People are saying, let's have some fun. I like to get in dungeons sometimes when I see people in world asking. You know, it keeps the server healthy. Gives them a good time. Gives them a nice, easy time. Even with high damage, Hellfire is dangerous. It really rips aggro. It does a lot of damage. You know, he's got to be careful with that for sure. So I'm probably gonna end up throwing this video on YouTube. I'm hoping it's a good video. Yeah, Mama.
Is your car locked?
Yeah, I think it is locked.
I need to see your Easy Pass number.
What do you need?
Your Easy Pass number.
Okay. Well, I'm in the middle of a dungeon here, so.
Child Easy Pass went to the card dump.
Okay. The old Easy Pass. Yeah, well, anyway, I mean, this is classic WoW. You know, you get insanely geared and shit just becomes easy. This used to be really hard. So, it's cool because as you're going through it, it's super challenging. And then as you get, you know, through raids, months and months of raids, you get to the point where you really just shit on stuff. Now this group isn't insanely geared. If I had all my boys in full gear DPSing this, that mob would have been dead in a second. So, you know, you need a geared group, but it's a very rewarding game to get this powerful in this realm. Pretty cool. I remember this pack right here used to freaking shred, and it'll still hit pretty hard, you'll see, but I'm gonna go freaking Berserker stance for this. Just freaking shred them down. You know, we didn't get any crits really, but you know, it's that pack used to literally hit so hard. I think I popped cooldowns on just those three. You know, you pull those three up there, you'll see there's 3 of these guys, and then another pack, you pull that, we would wipe. You know, now I'm taking 10% increased damage in Berserker stance, and it doesn't even freaking matter. I could probably solo this mob. 8k HP, yeah, I'm soloing the bugs out in Silithus. Dude, that was a cool thing. So I'll tell the internet about that. I made probably like 6,000 gold farming these bugs to help people get Scarab Lord. So like in this game, it's like kind of shocking. There's just like 5 mounts. There's each faction's mount. You know, there are Horde and Alliance mounts. Alright, so there's a Fear here. Handled it well. So there are... Reason I didn't get feared is Zerker Rage. It's one of the benefits of tanking like that. I also have a Death Wish. Gets you out of fear. One of the benefits of being Fury Prot right there. But, so there's like 6 mounts in this game. Like, it's kind of outrageous. Like, in retail, like, you see it. Like, you see hundreds of mounts, you know? Like, everybody's got their own mount. Like, I opened an egg the other day. I was on retail. I opened an egg, and I get this 5% drop chance mount. Like, I was super lucky. Now, you saw that. That was outrageous. It's real line of sight. This could be a wipe. We're in for a battle here. So I'm going to throw a shield on. Get back in that stance. Put a skull on something. Probably the wrong mob. Sphere might actually super fuck us. Nice, got out of it. Losing my train of thought. So in retail, there's literally like 5 mounts. There's like tigers. There's lion's horse. There's fucking rams, right? You got your dwarf rams. And that's it. I don't think I'm missing any. You got rams, you got tigers, and you got horses. Yeah, that's it. And then other than that, there's like a death charger in this run, which would be crazy if that dropped. That would be the funniest thing ever. This video would get famous as fuck. But there's a death charger in this dungeon. There's like the Scarab, right? And like I can't even think of another one. Like I'm not even kidding. There's like no mounts in this game. Oh, Winter Spring Tiger. And that's it. So all these people were just spending all of the gold that they saved, you know, all the gold. And I'm telling you, I made like 6,000 gold, but AQ is basically bankrupt me because you need 2 Titan flasks every raid. So all these people spent tens of thousands of gold on these shells to get like the 5th mount in this game. Fuck, I should pop last time. So, you know, for like 2 weeks or whatever it was, the event started. Like I don't know what exactly started it, but like there was a definite start date and end date. So it started and you could farm these bugs, and before then I don't think the bugs dropped these shells, or else, you know, it would have been a totally different circumstance. So once that started, you were able to farm these shells, and each shell was going for between 2 to, I think the highest we ever sold them for was 3.5 gold, and each mob had a chance to drop 4 shells. So like each kill you could potentially get like 10 gold, and these bugs are like all over the desert. So to get this 5th mount in the game, it was called the Scarab, and you need to be the Scarab Lord to get it. You have to do this huge quest chain. Like it's been called the longest quest chain in the history of World of Warcraft, and it was pretty awesome. Like the dude who got it in our guild took us out to Winter Spring, and we were like doing one of the parts of the quest, and it was cool. Like there was this gnome, and you had to you know, you had to kill him, and he was like the best thief in the world, and he had like a Yeti sidekick as like his bouncer. And yeah, you're fighting him in this Yeti, and then he flies off on a plane. Like, it was pretty damn cool, especially, you know, after playing a game as dry as Classic, to see something like that. And, you know, through the quest chain, you had this one point where you had to get 40,000 of these shells. So people were literally spending 3 gold per shell for 40,000 shells. They were farming them themselves, too, but that's like 100,000 gold some people were spending. Now, we basically got rich off doing that because people wanted the 5th mount. And I don't really know why I'm talking about this so much, but like it happened recently, like right before AQ. And I just think it's like worth mentioning. Like, Classic WoW really is like a crazy game where, you know, there's just these, you know, like bizarre items, you know, like Scarab Lord, Thunder Fury, Hand of Rag, you know, CTS. Like, we've been raiding for a year, we've seen one CTS. Like, there's just these like very, and like that, I don't know if that's what people want in a game, honestly. That's kind of why I want to make this video. I want to like show you, like, this is one of like 6 dungeons, maybe like 4 or 5 dungeons. Dire Maul, freaking Skolo strat that we're in. There is strat live and strat undead. There's like 5 dungeons total that people run as well. So I kind of want to make this video to try to show people that like this game is limited, and like it's not the best form that WoW can take. So like if I like impart anything on you in this video, like I want to try to merge the worlds between retail, where there's like 1,000 mounts, and classic, where there's literally like 5 mounts. Or like this game where, you know, everyone's chasing like these very scarce things that in a year they probably will never even get. And like the fun of just having a team that's all, you know, powerful and all upgraded. So like, you know, like I love this dungeon, but I've done it like 400 times. Like that's bullshit. I haven't done it 400 times. Played this game for like 360 days. I maybe done it once a week, not even. You know, sometimes I did it a bunch, but you know, there's something to be gained from a game that you love and is very repetitive. You can't break out of this. And a game that is new and fresh and interesting and dynamic and like very large. Like, I feel like this game, even though it is expansive, it like just feels very small at times. Like, and just very constricted and limited. You know, like I would love if they just made a new dungeon, you know, and just added some sort of freshness to this. Because at the end of it, like towards now, right, near AQ and Nax eventually, people just start getting tired. And it's just like the chase for these items and the chase for these boss kills, it starts to just kind of like blur into like, I don't know, it's difficult to explain. You got to give people more things to chase. Like, you got to give people at least like 10 mounts. Come on, like make a few more Winter Sabers, you know? Make another Scarab event. Just throw like a new Scarab event into the mix, you know? Just let like some elephant be like the new Scarab, you know? And everyone know there's an elephant event, or like a troll event. You could easily do like, you know, Stranglethorn Vale, you know? Get all those troll areas to level 60 elite, and then make like an awesome troll mount. Like, give people something to do other than just raid and just run the same old dungeons over and over again. And I think like if you were able to do that, then retail could potentially take on the same shape as classic, but just have more of that retail flair. Like, I log on retail and I see it like, oh, let me go kill like all these world quests, you know? Like, don't have like constant world quests. Like, make the world quest epic. Like, make it like once a month, you know? Make it like the troll thing I was just talking about, or like the Scarab Lord thing I was just trying to explain. You know, like, WoW is too constricted in how they create these events. Like, they're way too rare, and there's far too few of them. And maybe that's what this video is. It's more of a suggestion video of how to, you know, how to better shape the game. You know, I hope that's coming through to some extent, because I have played Classic, the game that's dubbed the best version of this game. And I played retail for years. I loved Wrath of the Lich King when I was a kid. Me and my buddies in high school, we all played Wrath on the weekends. We had a guild. It was freaking awesome. And, you know, I do love this game. And after seeing Classic for, like, really what it is, these are my honest suggestions. So, you know, basically it would be keep going with new things. People love new things. Old things, they get boring. I can't run this dungeon for another year. It's brutal. People love new things, but, you know, mirror in some ways the scarcity of things, and then kind of mirror in some ways retail's vast abundance of things. You know, it's basically summed up with the mount debacle. If you wanted to farm mounts in Classic, you're basically shit out of luck. You're going to Winter Spring and you're farming a Winter Spring Saber for like a month. Like, what the hell is that? Make something cool. Like in retail, they got the honeybee, right? You got to fly around getting honey, kind of like the Netherwing Drake. And when I saw that, I was kind of hyped. It was kind of like looking for eggs, you know, out in Shadow Moon Valley. So that was kind of cool. You know, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed at all to like a TBC plus, like or like even a Classic plus, where they just like, you know, add stuff. But there again, like, Classic is kind of hollow. Like, I'm seriously, like, I've played this fully. Like, I don't know anyone else who would play it harder. Like, this has been a full-on Classic WoW experience for me. And after going through it, you know, I believe, you know, I'm not an expert, but like I've certainly learned what this is, and it is a little hollow. It really is. It's like I can't sum it up enough. The 5 mount thing, like, it's like the starkest summation of the game's current state, in my opinion. And it's basically this. You go on retail, 1,000 mounts. Thousands of them. You go on Classic, 5 mounts. One of them was from a raid event that you had to spend 100,000 gold on. And you don't even know what 100,000 gold is. That makes the Brontosaurus 5 million in retail look like nothing. 100,000 gold in this would literally allow you to full raid consume for the full Classic, from Molten Core to Nax, 150,000 gold or 120,000 gold. That amount of gold is obscene. So, it's basically summed up right there. You know, you give people one shot to get a cool mount, they're going to farm for a year. That's how long it would take to get 100,000 gold. Like a year of farming 10 hours a week, 15, 20 hours a week to get that much gold together. Literally like a year's salary to get this thing. That's what people are willing to put into it. So you have to see that passion, and you have to understand that this game bred a tremendous amount of passion. And you have to somehow merge the two worlds, where in retail, you log on, you get a honeybee in like 2 days. And it's like a sick honeybee. You know, to me, I think that flying honeybee is cooler than the scarab mount, you know, just objectively. But subjectively, when you look at, you know, all the variables, Scarab Lord's absolutely a tremendous, outrageous achievement. So you have to merge the two worlds. You know, and I hope, you know, I doubt Blizzard will ever see this video, but if they do, I truly hope that they hear it and they take what I'm saying with some, you know, with some weight, because I have spent a tremendous amount of time in their worlds, and I feel like I have a pretty good sense of what, you know, what they've attempted to do, what they've done successfully, you know, and really just what they have done. So I'll get off my soapbox here, but, you know, it's a very complicated situation. I think, excuse me, got the corona. No, I'm kidding. But I think that if they, you know, did like a troll event in Classic, it would just hype people the fuck up, you know? A lesser Scarab event where you're able to just, you know, do the things that you did for the Scarab Lord, maybe collect tusks, you know, like, that would be sweet, you know? And you get a market for people selling tusks, you know, get some people, distribute the wealth around a little, you know, let people continue on through AQ, because I can feel it, even with our guild, you know, even with the Feast. You know, people are getting tired of farming lotuses. People are getting tired of farming crystals. People are getting tired of, you know, the same old farm. Get these tusks out there, you know, and get people farming this cool Zolian, you know, pluck it right from retail. There's probably 1,000 troll mounts on retail. You know, pluck it right from retail. Have everyone out in Stranglethorn. You know, scale the zone up. Make them all level 60 elites. You know, have a blast. Make a new island. Just spawn an island off the coast of ZG. You know, make all these troll tusks. You know, make a sick farm. You know, if you want gold, you just farm the tusks. You help other people get them out. If you want freaking the mount, you farm it yourself. It gives you something fun to do. Excuse me. And there's a certain amount of joy that you get in the basic nature of Classic that you don't get in retail. And I think that may be the biggest difference between the two games. This game is barren. You know, Baron Rivendare's mount. You know, maybe I'll get it. This is one of the 5 mounts in the game. This game is barren. And that's what brings people so much joy, because when you find an oasis, right, in the desert, you're overjoyed and you get to drink. But when you're just sitting in warm water, boiling in a spring, year in, year out, you start to erode. So I think maybe that metaphor can in some way be applied to the two games. Because, I mean, dude, they're so similar. They're so similar. Like, you really break them down. They're the same game still. It's just they've just thrown in way too much stuff. Maybe it is the Rona. I don't know. Go get tested. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Shadowlands. I'm hell of excited. I hope every time an expansion comes out, I shit you not, I am there playing it with a completely open mind, hoping that, you know, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna have epic zones. Come on, guy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Had the shield wall on that. I gave him a few seconds. I mean, he's sitting there. But I go into it every time. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is gonna be so much fun. My buddies go into it that we play Classic with. Because it's an event. You know, it's an event. Every 2 years, it's an epic event. You know, it's all gonna be new. Blizz has their chance of redemption. It's freaking awesome. And I think a lot of people are on that same page. And for this expansion in particular, I was really excited, or I have been really excited, because one, I've been on Classic, kind of realizing that, you know, I really enjoy this hobby that I've gotten here. I love video games, well over TV, well over binging Netflix. Like, I love video games. And two, I'm excited for Shadowlands because Blizzard has gone through this sojourn, if you will, and I hope it has been a sojourn for them. I hope they didn't just release Classic and then turn a blind eye. I hope that they looked at it as I have, as all these other players have, saw it for what it was, saw what was good about it, saw what was bad about it, and they evolved in some ways toward the goal of making a great expansion, borrowing bits from the past. So, did we not kill that one? I thought we did. We definitely did this one. We just gotta check for peace of mind. But exactly, I'm hoping that they borrowed bits from the past here. Like this right here. You know, another example. You know, screw classic. I've done this place 50 times and I forget to do that because someone in the group, you know, usually one of my buddies is like, oh, let's clear the cigarettes. Like, you dumbass. And I'm like, oh. But, yeah, totally. And that's something that I tell my buddies who are all like, oh, like, fuck retail. Oh, retail's garbage. Oh, retail's garbage. You know, like I said, yes, it has been garbage. But in a few years, you know, I'll quote my other buddy. He said he wants to grow old with this game. And I love that because I do too. I would love to keep this as a hobby. I would love if they kept making content and just kept this World of Warcraft alive because 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, it's pretty quick. You know, life is long. If retail dies, the game dies. I can't do Classic WoW again. I can't do this shit again. This is it. This is it for me. You know, I played on a private server for a little while because I missed it when I was a kid. I told you I got in on Wrath. But this is it for Classic. I can't just binge Classic again. Maybe in 20 years if they release it again. But if retail dies, WoW dies. So if they can't get their act together and learn what made this game great and what makes retail great. I love the fact that there's more than 5 mounts. I love it. I think mounts should be this awesome collecting thing where you have a bunch of cool ones. You know, people see your achievements. They see that you put effort forth. You know, super rare ones, kind of common ones, everything. I think it's awesome. It frustrates me that people in my guild, in this community, can't just log on and get some joy out of farming something cool like a mount. So I definitely think that's a cool thing. They might have gone over the top with it, don't get me wrong. I think TBC struck kind of a cool balance. They struck a pretty cool balance. It's a lot of NR. A lot of NR. What I got for NR? You got nothing for NR, but I'm not wearing cloth. I think TBC had a kind of cool situation going on. They had the Nether Ray, or the what was it? The Ray, whatever it was. I never played TBC, like I said. Wrath of Lich King, but Nether Ray, Netherwing Drake. Wrath really was a good one. Wrath really was a cool expansion. Got in at Nax, you know, the baby Nax. Old War. Freaking ICC. Freaking sweet. See, so right there, I looked at the clock. When the group figured out that we had messed up, it was like 3:06. So that little mistake, you know, we did have to clear the wing, but there's another 10 minutes. You know, there's another 10 minutes on the thing. Could have saved, you know, 6 minutes. The guy said, wow, I'm an idiot. I said, you and me both. And that's another thing that, you know, initially playing this game, you know, you kind of, I think, you kind of take it very seriously, you know, and you look at it as its own separate world, especially a game like Classic. But as you go through it longer and longer, you know, you start to kind of snap out of it in a way. You start to see it for more of what it is. In the beginning, I'll tell you, this game is very epic. On the race to 60, the first molten cores, you know, soon after that, you got Blackwing Lair coming. So it's just a very, very epic beginning, Classic WoW. And now that we're kind of in the autumn of the game, you start to kind of see it start to decay, it start to die. You know, it's in its later years. And I think everyone's definitely feeling that, and everyone's definitely feeling the shift from this, you know, epic race, like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, to kind of its decline. You know, we killed Cthulhu. We've cleared every boss, not in one night, but we've killed every boss in AQ. It's a difficult raid, very long raid. We always just do it in one night as well. If we did it in 2 nights, first week we would have the place down. But when you constrict it to one night, it's a long night. It's difficult. People start to get delirious at the 4-hour mark, and you know, it is what it is. But definitely. Definitely towards the end of Classic, and you definitely a shift. Definitely a shift in attitude and opinion. And that's just another reason why, you know, I'm very excited for, you know, Burning Crusade. Really an awesome game. A lot like Classic in the sense that that you have that epic beginning, you know, kill Illidan, kill Jaden, kill all these bosses, kill that guy in Hellfire, you know, freaking sitting in his lair. You know, just a lot of really awesome stuff in the beginning. And through the game, you know, it's a great game, just like this one. But I'm really excited for that, Shadowlands, and, you know, the future of retail in general, which I hope is bright. Oh God, we left him outside the gate. Oh boy. How's the overall looking? Alright. I'm helping the squad here. Very smooth. boy's doing 1,000 deeps. He deserves a little Agris. A little kiss from old lady Agris, as I call her. Grown very fond and, no, I shouldn't say that. I've actually grown to despise old lady Agris through my classic WoW adventures. She is a fickle mistress. It's one thing that classic WoW really danced with. They really danced with the idea of damage and aggro. You know, like, if you want good aggro, you can't just spam your high aggro abilities. You need to hit hard. Like, here, I'll go over to Zerker, and we'll see how the Agris is. I can't get back off this guy, but see, there's old lady Agris. You do get like a 30% threat increase from defensive stance, so like it is better to stick in that. But at the same time, damage is just way too important in my opinion to aggro. It's like right now, if this was Burning Crusade, Wrath, I'd just be stacking Sunders. I'd just be stacking Sunders on that one mob. You know? And there'd be no way. Get a shield slam in, you know, Bloodthirst, whatever the hell. But, yeah, they definitely played with the... numbers here. Oh, this guy needs a, come on, get a freighter bomb. Give it to him, buddy. It's a very interesting thing, though. I hope some of the stuff I said you agree with. I hope, nice, got the stitch. I hope some of the stuff you agree with. I hope some of the stuff you like. You know, it's, oh, got this shit here. Always forget about this shit here. Get one light, there you go, come on. Once it rains, it pours. There we go. Come on, stick on me. Got the lightning shield, kind of a cool shield. I don't know if you saw the lightning effect. This thing really hits everything with lightning. Yeah, there again, yeah, I was talking about it before. Yeah, there's just these items. You know, I don't know if retail has one item like that where, you know, if you want insane AoE, you know, I do know that from just playing a little bit, there's that Twilight Devastation ability that really hits everything in an AoE. It's like a frontal cone for like an obscene, it's like 18% of your max health. AoE, everything gets hit. And 18% of your health, you know, just about 20%. 500k, you know, 20% of a million would be what, 200k? So it's like 100k. Just boom. And you know, like 50k DPS is a shit ton in that game. 70k is like really good. 100k is top tier. So, you know, to hit everything for 100k, you know, the AoE of that weapon is obscene. So, like, they are, I believe, shifting towards, you know, good ideas. You know, they're constantly trying to release a good game. Just in summation, I just hope that they did take, you know, things from Classic and AoE Tawny. Get them on me. Get them down here. Throw the old shield on, start sundering and taunting. Come here, you. Jesus Christmas. It's always tricky. So there's probably a right way to do it, you know. Mine was sloppy. I'm hitting thunderclap. You know, I probably should open with the whirlwind. You know, then the rage would have been maintained on me. I would have max rage, freaking slapping cleaves, whatever. It's don't matter. We got through it. But actually, I wish I recorded. I had this awesome AQ20, and that one boss where all the ads keep coming to you. I just tanked it so clean. Like, I don't know what it was. I was just on, and it was just really, really cool. It's really smooth. But imagine the mountain drops here. That'd be something else. Maybe give a reason for Blizz to watch this video. Oh, come on, you bot me? What are you doing? Don't bot me. Use a shadow invuln pot for 15G. There you go. Eat the shadow bolts. Pop last stand here. Go Zerker. Start executing. Yeah. It would have been too perfect. But oh, what do you want? The volatile power? That's all right. We'll get Hearth. You know, I hope you enjoyed watching this dungeon. You know, like the artwork, you could see it. You know, it's beautiful. Like we're in this ziggurat here. You know, the doors open. You know, for such an old game, it's amazing how like charming they made this. That's one thing that always strikes me. They really had a good sense of things, and if they bring that sense in to Shadowlands and into the future of World of Warcraft, I think that this whole classic WoW thing would have been a tremendous, I think I called it a soldier hunt earlier, because that's kind of what it felt like. It felt like honoring the past, seeing things for what they were, and recapturing what made this game so great. So, you know, potentially they'll go through Burning Crusade, they'll go through Wrath of the Lich King, continue to make expansions as they have been, and by the end of all of it, the Soldier would have been very successful, and the game will become, you know, great again. So with that, I'll leave you, and it was fun to just kind of talk and complain about things that have been going on in this game, and you know, I hope you enjoyed some of my perspectives and watching a little bit of gameplay. There's Ice Wolf. All right. Leroy, I'm making a YouTube video. I'm down, bro. Let's do it. Let's do some retail transmogs. All right.